Okay, it's morning, and today I am working on a combination of things. I'm working on job searching, but I'm also taking a break to do the stream and to work on the ICER, which is from the series, the Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and my cable just fell off my lap, so that's what we are working on right now. So I apologize for not addressing the camera directly, but we're going to try some stuff today. Got my AIO Robotics 3D printing pen. So I need to get this up to temperature. Yeah, we're going to do PLA. We're going to do this at slow speed. We'll pop that up to, let's go to 190. There we go. That would get nice goobery kind of speed. It's going to take a while to heat up. So while it's heating up, this is where we're at right now. Good morning, Rover. This is the ICER gun. It's, like I said, Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It is very liney, meaning like I have a lot of fill work to do. I mean, I've been working a little bit on the top and the barrel, kind of a little bit on the back, on the bottom. So yeah, there's a little bit of work that I still have to do. Good morning, Minnesota Maker. So we're working on that. I'm thinking about maybe casting this, just because I'm really big into the whole mold making process right now. So if I can go through the hassle and the work of doing one of these and getting it done the way I want it done, then I think why invest another 20 some odd hours of 3D printing time when I can just cast, a couple of these in less than a, 24-hour period. So, and, they'll have much smoother surfaces and, so there's that. And I can, custom create the resin, however I want. So should have brought my cutting board with me today, but I did not. While this is heating up, I figured I'd try an experiment. So this is the metal ducting tape. You can get it at Home Depot, or you can probably get it at Walmart for all I know. A little bit of a crease in there, which I did not want, so I'm going to try and avoid using that spot. And I'm going to just kind of put it right on there. And then we'll just trim this off. That way I'm not getting that crease in there, because I don't want the crease. And we'll stick it there. So what I'm going to try and do is follow my contours. Get that nice and smooth on there. Then I can go through and cut the stuff that I don't need out of here. Just an experiment. I've never actually tried doing this. I've also got the Magigoo, so I could always certainly try that as well, because supposedly that's supposed to be good for surface filling. I have not tried it yet, so I thought this would be much more visually interesting to use this. It certainly is much more, I don't know, it just looks cooler. And my phone's beeping. Why is my phone beeping? Let's find out why my phone's beeping. That's funny. Getting job offers from Tennessee. That's pretty funny. Used to live there, so that's why. That's why I still have friends that live there, and they're watching out for me. And they saw that they're like that I got unemployed. So I think that's always really cool. And of course, I'm gonna have to turn my ringer off if it keeps doing that, because it makes it really awkward to try and talk to you guys while I'm listening to the dinging. All right, so the pen looked like it was up to temperature. Yep, and I let it go to sleep. So, whoops. I guess I have to keep an eye on that. And some of these are not very deep, so. I do have some void spaces I got to fill in, which is what the purpose in the pen is today. All right, I guess put that to rest. Let me find the spot. Where is it? There is a spot right here that I got to work on. So we're going to get some filament, and we are going to start doing this. Got to wait for it to heat up. Let's see what they were saying while I'm doing this. Turn that volume off. There we go. Now we're back into there it goes. Starting to feed it in. Using this like lime yellow filament, which I know the camera's kind of bleaching that out, so my apologies, but it is. Takes a little while to get it through though. There we go. Get some original filament in there. Looks like we were using a gold at some point. There we go. Get that right out of there. And we'll get some fusing going on here. You can think of this like welding, to be honest. It's very much like it because you're setting a bead down. I don't want to go too crazy with it because I have to bring this all back down again to a regular level. So these I'll leave because that doesn't really matter too much, because that's where I'm going to put some like metal screws or something in there. I'm not sure what yet. Just get a little fill right there. All right, that looks good. A little bit right. Yeah, we'll put just a little bit right there. And again, anything that I put in here, I'm going to have to take back out. So just knocking that peak off a little bit just so I don't have to work as hard. Let's see, this one was a little proud, so we'll try to work that right down in there. It's going to look funny for a little bit, but barrel is kind of my biggest concern because I really don't like having this big void space here. But when I'm casting it, I could always use a like clay. But like there's a void space here that I really don't want in there. So we're going to fill that. This is a significant overhang here, so we're going to fill that. These monster overhangs are just going to be the death of me in terms of like trying to mold this or cast it. Thankfully, we got jeweler's files. But yeah, there's some deep crevices on this thing that are going to just be a nightmare. Hello, Matt. All right, so let's see. We got this one. We'll just put a little bit in there. I need some more cable on this thing or a closer outlet. All right, I think we can probably taper that out just a little bit more. There we go. All right. These vents are really deep. Oh, there's a couple of spots on here I didn't get. So we're going to get those real quick. That'll work. And then we had one other one. Where did I? There it is. We're just going to fill this one right in. Yeah, there's voids in here that I just cannot get to with a 3D printing pen because this thing is just too fat to get in there. But it looks like the big ones that I was looking for, we've gotten taken care of. So yeah, we're going to probably pull this filament out now because I don't like leaving filament in. And then we'll go back to doing tape. So hopefully everybody's doing well today. All right. Done. I'm going to unplug this. I think it's got like little nippers right there. I'm just going to clean that end off just a little bit. There we go. And we're going to let that sit kind of over there where it's not going to catch anything on fire. And we're good. Then we got a bunch of jeweler file work to do, and I've got some cutting I got to work on. So how you guys doing? Anything interesting and exciting? Wow. Tuck that a little bit over. There we go. Glad to hear it, Rover. It gets rid of the layer lines really fast. That's cool. not so cool is that I gotta uncover some of the details. But well, I knew that was going to be a problem, so. Of course, the next problem could be finding a nut or a bolt that I can put in here. But maybe we make some. Or we just cast it in 2 pieces. We can do that too. All right, so I think that, oop, there we go. There's a detail there I missed. Let's see, how far does that go? Oops. No, that stinks. I didn't mean to do that. I don't know if I can fix that. Try fixing it. Let's see. Nope. That is not going to be a fixer. It's going to be either live with it or remove it and do it over. Oh, it's acting up? I can't tell. And if it gets really bad, let me know, and I'll see if there's something I can do about it. All right. We got that one little piece done. That's kind of cool. So I think we'll probably do this section up here next. I'm trying to just take away some of this massive flat area. So I don't have to sit here and just, I mean, I could Bondo it, I guess, but not really all that big a fan of Bondo unless I have to do it because I'm lazy. So if I can do things that are lazier, I'm happy with that. All right. Just gonna lay that down as nicely as we can. Flip it over. If you guys want, I can change the angle too, the camera. That way you can actually see kind of what I'm doing here. Not that it's all that impressive, but let's try and do that. Hopefully that's a little better. I move my hands a lot in here, so it's like I don't know that you're going to be able to see it 100%, but X-Acto knives are your friend, unless they're not. And then they're no longer your friend anymore. All right, so let's see if we can get that right there. I love this stuff because it's sticky. And I hate this stuff because it's sticky. But it does work really, really well for covering surfaces. So I can't complain too much about that. Well, I could, but it'd be silly. It's sticking to my finger. Hello, TK. How are you, buddy? Sorry for being kind of quiet the last few days. It was a busy couple of days. Moving furniture and just doing that kind of stuff. Yesterday was hanging with my kids because they had the day off. So everything's back to normal today. I am still unemployed, so. We'll fill some of that in later. Oops, I don't want to do that. That would be bad. Doing the side, not the top. Although I could carry this radius over, I suppose, but really rather not just yet. So we're going to be trimming some more of this stuff off. There we go. Let's get that out. Wow, everybody's in here. Ron, how are you? Trying to do some surface work on this so I can get it ready for casting. Because I'd like to make mold so I don't have to do multiple versions of this on the 3D printer. I love 3D printing, but sometimes it adds a lot more work. And I don't really want that. So sometimes it's best to mix techniques. That way you don't have to worry as much. Of course, you have to know how to do techniques before you can mix them. So that's what I'm also learning how to do. Because I am by far absolutely not an expert on anything I think this is called prop making or something to that effect. And I am absolutely not an expert at prop making. There are much better people than myself for this. Bill is a great example. Bill Duran from Punish Props. So don't ever watch my videos to learn how to do something like this. The molds most likely will just be the smooth on. Or are you talking about what am I using as the model? Because you're looking at the model. And that's what I'm working on right now. I have to do probably about 6 to 8 of these. And I really don't want to have to do all the sanding and surface prep work again. So I'm figuring I would rather do this once and call it good. So that's where I'm at. And that's what I'm working on right now, is trying to get the surface cleaned up so I can not have to do this again and actually just make a mold for it. So I'm just kind of cleaning it up. I could use Bondo or something to that effect, but I don't know. I felt like trying this since I've been playing with it all week because I've had to do some work around my house, and I figured, oh, look, I can use some of that metal tape. So that's what I'm doing. Use a metal tape. Yeah, no, the molds are it's just the smooth on stuff that oh, you mean like the casting resin? Oh, well, the casting resin is going to be a smooth on product as well. I don't have it yet. It's I know it's a what is it? It's like plastic basically. But it's a casting resin. It's just I can't remember the name of it. I've only used one version of the casting resin so far, and it was really soft. And I definitely can't have soft for this kind of application, so I gotta talk to the folks from Smooth On before I place an order. Of course, I also have to have a job first because not having a job has put a damper on purchasing. But so I'm going to use what I have right now and try to work with it from here. I have a pretty good lead time on this, so I don't really have to have it done all that soon. It would be nice to get it done so it's out of the way, but it's not necessary. Yeah, silicone mold. Yes, you're using your resin printer for that. So hopefully that goes well. So yes, you have my fingers crossed for that. So good luck. I haven't seen Dawn this morning, so I don't dare to run. I'm going to take that off. I don't run to dare. I do not dare to run Discord on this computer at the same time that I'm running a stream, because this is a laptop with no memory. So I don't really want to. I don't want to push the envelope on that too awful much. Yeah, the silicone you guys have seen already. I still got to do a video on the or put out the video, or I have the video. I need to put it out on the last time I did some mold making. It's a much nicer surface, though, to work with. This stuff does stretch a little, too, just not a lot. So if you're going to try to stretch it, make sure you're careful. I'm just going to work something round in there so you don't like go crazy with it. Because if you do, it's going to end up punching through, and then you're not going to be happy. And so I'm trying to fill this void in here just a little bit. So I'm trying to I got to work this radius a little bit. Yeah, I remember that. I remember when floppy drives came out, and I was like, I will never run out of memory. Yeah, I was silly. Well, I will never run out of hard drive space, I should say. All right, let's see if we can't work with that. I think that looks okay. I'm going to try to harden that side up just a little bit. I already did start punching through the foil, but there we go. So yeah, this is pretty much all I'm doing today is just a quick and dirty. This is less than fun right here. I have to cut that out because that failed. That's okay. Failure is an option, just not preferred. All right, look at that. Because in some ways I could make it worse by having this, because then I'm creating other overhangs, and that would stink. So I'm going to have to hack that off. There we go. Ah. Now the question I have is whether or not I want to all these details. I'm just not sure how many of these details I'm going to try and preserve. Because I've got a blemish here because I meant to sand that before I put the foil tape on it. The vents right here for the gun, I can kind of tighten those up just a little bit, but I don't want them to go through because those things were deep. And that was not what I wanted. That one, these ones, I can deepen those a little bit. There we go. So let's see, what do I think of this foil tape? I think it has promise. I do believe I can work with it. Right? Yeah, I remember long ago, I used to have just, I don't even know how many redundant copies of device drivers. But back then, it was a lot more important than it is now. A lot of them are captured automatically. So not as big a deal. Like I'm doing a Shulm video today because I'm doing all this sanding. Whoops. All right. I mean to kick the camera. Because, Shulm is always doing sanding. Sanding and prep work. Sanding and prep work. So this is our tribute to Shulm today. Although I don't know if I've ever seen him do use jeweler's files on his videos. I think he's usually pretty much right into the sandpaper. Yeah, I know. I actually did that the other day and it worked really well. So thank you for that. Got a straggler. Yeah, the reason I have not done that this time with this is because I need to fill in my areas that I'm really wanting to focus on first, so I'm not wasting resin, if you know what I mean. I mean, all these internal grooves in here, I mean, those would be great for that. But I've still got a lot of hairs and stuff I got to take off. So that's what I'm working on now. I'm just trying to define my radius a little bit better, take off the little nubbies and stuff that I don't want. That's what I'm working on right now. Yeah, no, it certainly does. It saves a lot on the work. But like I said, some of this stuff that's in here, I gotta work it out first before I can go that route. I think it'll definitely be the way to go once I get that far. But I have all these like where the layers shifted over from I think I've got it set to random. So when it jumps from layer where it starts is different. So just got to go through and clean up as much of this stuff as I can. But the foil tape, I think, was going to help in some of it. But I'm kind of concerned if I use foil tape and try to do resin. I'm not sure how well that's going to go. So we'll play it by ear. We'll see what happens. This is all experimentation. I've never done it before, so. But it's fun. It's fun. It's interesting. It gives me something to do for a few minutes. Take my mind off of my depressed self and go back towards doing something productive. So. Just knocked my sandpaper off. Yeah, well, it's I've been working for a long time, so becoming unemployed, having the kids and stuff like that. Yeah, this morning it was a rough morning to get out of bed. And when that happens, I usually know that it's because, I've got that whole depressed thing going on. I'll get out of it. I go through different phases when I get, unemployed. So it's just one of them. It's no fun. But life goes on, so they say. I'm gonna give that freaking pen credit. It did a good job on that. Oops. Got this my miter box sitting under my foot, and it is in my way. There we go. Let's try that. Well, that is true. I certainly don't want to go more mad than I already am. Well, that didn't do what I wanted it to do, but oh well. Looks like I'll have to get back in there and fill that up again. I didn't get enough in the void. But that's all right. You live and learn. I wonder if I want to keep this here as an imperfection. It's kind of interesting. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll figure it out though. Well, I appreciate it, TK. Yeah, I'm not sure what my skills are right now, to be honest. I'm like, I can do stuff. I can learn to do things, but I never really knew what I wanted to do when I grew up. And I think that's always been my problem. I mean, I enjoy doing YouTube content, but I mean, if I was destined for greatness, like some of the other channels are, I would have already been there. Just, it's one of those things. That's I'm not making a pity remark there. That's not what that was about. That's just that, I'm not, that's not what I do really. I mean, I enjoy doing this, but I never really did it with the intention of being like some ginormous celebrity. Although it'd be kind of cool to have the videos pay for my trips to the different maker fairs. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, if I don't find a job, Earth is going to be a big problem. But we shall see what the fates have in store for me. And some people do. They kind of figure out what it is they want to do. I know that I like to help people. That's my biggest thing. Love to help people. I like to be creative. You know, um, I'm not the best at being creative because I tend to drop myself into boxes, but it's it's still fun. I really enjoy the idea that I can just do 3D printing. Like I'm not one to go like printing everything I can off of Thingiverse unless it's a useful thing. I mean, sometimes it's decorative and I want to work on my like something like the tower I did the other day. I mean, I printed that just because I needed practice painting and I'd like to do that lighthouse thing. So I thought that'd be cool. But well, I mean, YouTube's a business like anything else, right? So, I mean, I have to I have to I don't know. I have to assign a lot of responsibility to myself for my achievements. So, hmm, or lack thereof. Although I got two awesome kids, so I'd say that I achieved greatness already. Nice. Yeah, TK, that does sound like a lot of fun though. I do as well. I like making stuff with my hands. Like doing stuff with my hands. I do the like woodworking at home, which is fun. Um, it's not if I was getting paid for it, I don't know that it would be as much fun. But well, you know what? Some people have kids, but they might not be theirs biologically, but they have them all the same. I think there's been a shift in what you know that kind of behavior. So not everybody has kids directly, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. But yes, that's what I'm trying to say right there. Yeah, yeah. I suppose it's not always. I always find that we end up in the place that we need to be. We just have to pay attention to where that place is. Wow. Well, like I said, we all do things in our own way. Yeah, see, this is a tight radius. This thing is going to be a miserable pain in my butt. But I think I've gotten enough of it. I think. I'll tape that for sure. Yeah, I've got a friend that gets into that. That's done a lot of fostering herself. Takes a very strong person to be able to do that. I'm thinking there is a bit of clay in my future. Oops, I tore that. Well, I guess that's what I get for putting foil on here before I'm done sanding, eh? Nice. Moms always know how to say the right things, don't they? Oh, good grief. All right, so it's 12 o'clock my time. I got to get off here for now. Um, but I appreciate it all the same. Um, hopefully, you guys have a good rest of the day. Um, hopefully, this wasn't too horribly boring. It was nice getting to catch up with everybody. Probably be working on this for a few days. I mean, I got to work on some different techniques. I think we will definitely be doing the TK method with the resin. That worked out really well on the last part we did, which I don't have in front of me, so I can't show it to you. But oh, thank you, Minnesota Maker. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm sure it'll work out one way or another. I mean, that's how things do. So, but anyway, you guys are awesome as always, and I hope that we can do some more, I don't know, interesting videos this week. Not exactly sure what I got planned this week other than this. Kind of want to get that gun sort of at least moving in the right direction, but I've got some original work I've got to work on, which is the coasters. I got to get back to that. I got to get that light done. That lamp post is really kind of a big deal to me. But I got to find out if US Monofilament is going to be interested in sponsoring that or not. So I have to get a hold of them again. But other than that, you guys have a great day, and keep, like I said, don't give up on stuff when it gets hard. Just do what you need to do, and keep innovating new stuff. But until then, I will see you guys later, and I will catch you in a chat somewhere, I'm sure. So have a great rest of your day.